My name is Sue Ingalsbe, and I'm a geriatric care manager and a clinical social worker by trade. So I'd like to talk to you a couple minutes about geriatric care management services. It's really been around for a long time. A lot of people don't realize that. But it's a group of seasoned social workers or nurses or perhaps occupational therapists, physical therapists who have a credential in their own arena, as well as additional training in the area of geriatrics. I myself also have additional training in mental health and aging. So we work not only with seniors, but also with individuals who might have long-term disability, younger individuals, long-term chronic mental health issues, who might need someone to come alongside and help them connect with services that they need to have the highest quality of life. So that's basically the role of the geriatric care manager. I say there's people always talk about two different certainties in life. One's taxes and one's death. Well, I think there's another, change and transition. It's always going to be there. We keep resisting it, but it keeps happening through each season of our life until we move on, pass on to the ultimate. So we back up a little bit from the end in hospice. We start when an individual, I'll just focus on geriatrics, the older adults, when there is a change, a transition, where someone needs some services beyond what they're able to do themselves, within the home or with their families, their friends. So, for instance, if someone might be married and their spouse might have a heart attack, and he can no longer do the things he used to do around the home. He used to take care of the finances. She's never done that. How do they do it? How do they pay the bills? We can make referrals. We would first come into the home, be it at someone's actual residence, or sometimes we'll actually go to assisted living facilities, nursing homes, wherever the person is, and they're transitioning to the next stage where they need increased intensive services. And we'll do an assessment of the whole situation, the person physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually. What is their status? What's their condition? What are their needs? What services do they need to help them remain as independent as long as possible? If they need to transition to another living situation, where do they choose to go? What are their financial abilities? What type of facility, what type of culture would they like to have? And supporting the spouse, supporting the older adult children, sometimes the grandchildren. We have individuals where the client needs services, and because society is so mobile, perhaps the older adult children live in another state, and they need someone to say, hey, I'm hiring you, can you help me make sure that my mom, she wants to stay in her home, what kind of services can we bring in here? Some home health services, maybe she needs, we talked about medical equipment, be it eyes, hearing aids, transportation, lawyers, physicians, a mental health assessment, diabetic shoes, you name it. We have a wealth of knowledge and connection to various different resources, have our own little Angie's list of those that are good, those are bad. And the whole aging arena is very much overwhelming for a lot of people. Where do I even begin? Well, we walk beside you and coach you according to what you would like, what you desire, what your parents or your spouse desires. And again, the goal is stability and quality of life for them. And sometimes we'll do a one-time assessment, sometimes we'll stay in for a while until things settle in and go away, and sometimes we're called back when it transitions to the next level of intensity. All along the time giving emotional support, some education, and in that way you're preparing for your own life and what's next for your own transition, so that you can have quality of life to the fullest each step along the way, which makes those final transitions a little more easier because you have a greater understanding of what resources are out there to help you along the way, and you'll use them. And a big part of our role is to support the caregiver. We find the quality of life is much better for the client themselves when you are feeling rested, or you get a break, or you have some supports to come in and help you, where you can feel you have a little bit of a life of your own. That way you're each really living life, and it makes your relationship together much higher quality. Let's see. So we're constantly assessing, reassessing, referring, advocating, connecting, stabilizing, and it really helps sometimes to have someone from the outside who can be objective or doesn't have those crazy family dynamics where mom or dad can say something that they feel they can't say to their children, or vice versa. And to get some emotional support, be it anger, be it tears, or whatever. And let's see. Yeah, we can be the bad guy when that's needed too. All right. So ultimately, again, we offer service to the families at their request while making our best, most honest recommendations for their loved one to live with as much quality of life and independence as possible, assuring safety and health. Each case is different, and we honor that.